After 18 years in Grand Blanc, Sarah and I made the decision to move to the west side of the state to be closer to her family so she could have more help with me. So what that means, you have to say goodbye to people. And in my case, I just had to say goodbye to my therapist at level 11. That's what you're seeing, a picture of the outside of level 11 there. I just wanted to go through a few of the people I worked with and introduce you to them and let you know what a great job they do there at level 11. This is Emily. She was my occupational therapist, which means she worked with my arms and my hands and my fingers and things like that. Emily just got married like about 2 or 3 weeks ago now. So good luck to you, Emily, and I appreciate everything you did for me. Up next is Lindsay. She is a occupational therapist assistant, an OTA, and she worked with strengthening my triceps on the weight machine. She's a big fantasy football player. You might not know it from looking at her. So we talked about our teams and commiserated during a bad week. Next up is Rich. He is like a Johnny do everything there at level 11. He is considered a tech, but what he does is he runs around and helps all the patients. Like when I would walk, he'd be behind me, making sure I didn't fall down, or if we had to move from one table to the next, he would be the guy that would have to do a lot of the heavy lifting. This is Amy. She was a physical therapist, and then she took on a larger management role now, so she doesn't get to work with the patients too often, which is a shame because she's very good, very empathetic person, which I guess you have to be in that business, but I appreciate everything she did. This is Angie and Kelly. Angie on the left is a PTA. Kelly on the right is a PT. I didn't get to work with Kelly too much, but I did. On my last day we worked together. She is pregnant with twin girls. She let me have the honor of trying to guess the names of her girls, and she wasn't telling anybody. So I know the names, but I'm not going to tell anybody. Don't worry, Kelly, your secret is safe with me. Good luck with the pregnancy, and I appreciate everything you did for me. This is Jackie. She's a PTA, physical therapist assistant, and she was kind of new while I was there. And we didn't work together a lot, but when we did, she's very good, and she's always a smiling face, as you can see there. Always said hello, so I appreciated that. This is Mike, another PTA. He is a funny guy, big tall guy, could throw you around pretty easily, even me. But he was fun to work with because he knew about all the things that I knew about. Sports and movies and music, all that stuff. But he would use his loud voice to motivate you as well. So I couldn't slack off when I was working with Mike. I couldn't slack off with any of them, but especially Mike. This is Lewis. During the last several months of my working at level 11, Lewis was my PTA that I did most of the work with. The interesting thing about Lewis, one of many, is that he's the only person I know that was in New York City on 9/11. So we talked about that quite a bit and about his background. Lots of good stories from Lewis. He also made me work hard. He would just look at me when I said I couldn't do something, and he knew I was lying, and I would have to do it. So I would end up doing it. This is Randy. Randy and Mandy, who you'll see later, are two of my favorites. You're not supposed to have favorites, but I do. And Randy, she had a laugh that would carry throughout the gym. The gym echoes anyways, but she especially had a loud laugh. And I like making jokes, so I would try to keep her laughing. But she also made me work hard too. We had to do these leg lifts And she was very mean to me when I was doing those. And I hated them, but they were the best thing for me. This is Mandy, a physical therapist, and she also had a great laugh, similar to Randy's. But Mandy was, she's pretty special to me, and we didn't get to work together the whole end of my stay at level 11 because of some stupid insurance regulations. But we did a lot of work early on, and she got me off on the right foot with everybody there. And so I appreciate it, Mandy. Plus, I made Mandy cry. So it's nice to know that she cares. Sorry that she cried. This is another look at level 11. If you weren't in this video, it's because you didn't show up for picture day, I guess, or I didn't work with you. But anyways, thanks to everybody, and I appreciate it, and I love you all.